What I have done in this series is truly remarkable. Look here at the standard of living. It was maybe at 8 just a little while ago. But we didn't have so many radicals. We had about 7.5 million radicals. Even you can see the standard of living went down and down and down and down and down. And that was because of our oppressive police system here that didn't give us so many radicals that we would have if we didn't have that one. Then, once it was possible to reform the society, we got rid of serfdom and we went to a laissez-faire economic system, free trade system, and a religious school system. All those reforms have done so that we have had steady economic growth the last 5 years, and the standard of living has increased a lot. Both because of the economic growth, but as you remember before, we had like maximum taxes and the lowest wages possible just because we couldn't afford anything. Now we have a lot of authority, and we could even soon get rid of some consumption taxes. And once all the law reforms are done, I will use the authority to make it better for the Russian people. Historically, Russians didn't have this kind of economic growth ever. They had a perfect chance in 1990 when the Soviet Union fell, but instead of doing a gradual liberalization, there was like the leaders that took the power in Russia. They took control of the big stately companies, and they used like it's ours now. So all the wealth in Russia was got to the hands of what's called oligarchs, and the people didn't do anything to stop them. And because of that, they Putin and Yeltsin and his allies, they improved the instead of army. Instead of internal security, they had secret police. It was known as the KGB during the Soviet Union time, and now it's known as the FSB, and Putin was working there, and it's by far the most advanced secret police. So all political opponents were often sent to exile, or a lot of them were murdered, like Navalny and others, and they just got a complete control over the large companies in Russia, like the Gazprom and Rosneft. That would be these new Russian companies in the oil and gas industry in the 1990s. So, but we have done something that Russia haven't done, and we will see here that the people love this. From having a lot of radicals last years, here we have improved the we have gotten so many loyalists because the increased living standard. Russia is currently the largest country in the world, and they have huge natural resources. They should be one of the richest countries in the world if they were just governed correctly. And I will show you in this series how we will be. We're currently 78th best standard of living. When this series is done, I want to be in like the top, on par with countries like Belgium, Britain, Netherlands, and so on. So let's do what we can to increase standard of living. I'm going for colonial exploitation because we want to colonize Turkmenia here, and we also want to be ready for the scramble of Africa. So because of that, I will conquer the state of Gaza. The great powers are busy in different kind of place. France is busy and Britain is busy, so hopefully hopefully we won't get any rivals here. It should be enough with one regiment, should be enough, and we also need to send a navy here to prepare for the invasion. Like Kabul want us to back them against Britain for an obligation. Obviously we can't fight Britain yet. They are see the blocks here. Britain is the most powerful bloc. Economically they're more than twice as powerful than us. They have more, like 3 times the number of states that we have, and they have both a larger army and a larger navy. But we are actually ahead of France now, especially economically because of our economic growth. And once that take off, we can soon improve our navy to so we can rival Britain. I am building more forts here. So we have repeaters unlocked. That's the new technology for making small arms. So let's see. Looks good, except for one where we don't have enough qualifications to employ them in the new production methods. We are in we built a lot of universities when we didn't have qualifications to have any other jobs. So now we are reaping the benefit of high qualified people and a lot of research. It will only be a matter of time until we are at the technological frontier like Britain and France. Something that we might want to do is to increase the construction, because we have a laissez-faire economic system. 75% of our construction is going to private construction and only 3% to the government construction. For example, I'm building more ports here so I can do more trading. It's we are quite an unbalanced country. We have huge natural resources, so it would be good to export the resources or stuff that we have in excess, because we have a comparative advantage. Okay. We want more successful chance for the new colonial policy. Remember, we put in the industrialists in our government, but we are still a fine legitimacy. That was because industrialists support some reforms that we want. So we had one here that's gonna do that one, and we're gonna use this fleet here. Should be fine. But it will take a while for the army to get there. But once we have taken this one, then we can start to make... Let's do it already. We can start to make Transvaal. We could start to make Transvaal and maybe Orange into our block by inviting them. I'm gonna do that if I find... we don't have enough diplomatic balance yet for that, but later we will do that. Can we invite someone or not? Kunduz is close, and Bahrain is also quite close. We're also working on Egypt, and maybe also on Spain or Sweden, I think. So we have some available convoys here. Let's see how the market is doing. There is a huge overproduction of wine. Apparently we can export that to the French revolt. French love wine, but why they would like Russian wine, I can't imagine. There's something called Russian champagne, but it's not same quality. Like some of these that we have like a surplus dye, maybe we could build like more textile manufacturers and use it there. What is expensive? Opium, furniture, steel, cloth, grain. Let's maybe import some more grain if we can. Maybe some opium. Okay. Go from Burma and Bukhara. And we are lacking furniture. Could build more furniture industry, or we could import it. Let's just import it. Why not? We need to build railways and stuff like that before we expand our furniture industry. What about cloth? Good. Import. Making furniture, cloth and grain cheaper is good because our lower and middle class are consuming those goods. So it will help their standard of living until we can build up our own industry in that. Okay, we can improve. We did build a lot of paper mills when we did the expansion of the government administration and the universities before the liberalization started. So we could do that, but yeah, actually it's requiring a lot of dye. Maybe let's just do it in a few states where we have enough qualifications for that. Apparently it needs a lot of qualifications. But this is something that we can use our dye. We had a surplus of dye, so. Cheap paper is good. It will lower our administrative cost for the universities and the government administration buildings. Something like that is good. And then we could make more porcelain by changing this production method. We can look at it, but porcelain is it's a consumer goods, and glass is used for construction works. But it would actually be profitable. Maybe let's change in a few places then. Maybe somewhere where we are not making so much money. Maybe here. No. Let's do in Ingria maybe, and maybe in Lublin. No, we can't do it here. Let's look at the balance sheet of our factories here in the building registry. Let's first look at the total buildings in our society. We still have mostly subsistence farms. We also have a lot of manor houses. These manor houses, they own the subsistence farms. We also have some financial districts. They also own different kind of buildings. Subsistence pastures, and then here is our, and we also have a lot of trade centers. We're doing a lot of trading now with the free trade law. So we have logging camp, weak farms, barracks, government administration, rye farms. Yeah, and let's maybe look if we do only located in Russia first. So because we own some buildings in our places, our capitalists and other people have bought factories abroad. So let's see here. Yeah, it's used to get like an overview. This. We can also look at the money here. If when this series started, we looked at how much of our GDP were we spending on defense, and I thought it was like 45% of GDP and something like that. And now we are spending 80,000 on the military, 80,000, and our total revenue it's almost 500,000. So maybe no, it's only 1/6. So maybe we went from like 45% of GDP went to the defense spending to only maybe 15% or so now, and that's a more reasonable level. Remember, the NATO alliance requires at least 2% of GDP to be spent on defense, and maybe in this game maybe 5% could be a sustainable level to still have a good economic growth. So here we have like a random event here. Let's get. Yeah, we lost. So we lost 10% success chance. Okay, so Spain formed a new power bloc. We were working to put them in our bloc, but they are actually more powerful than Prussia and their Zollverein. The Grand Alliance created by Spain is a military treaty. Let's see. Let's see what they took. They have an aggressive coordination doctrine. That means that they pay less world goal maneuver in diplomatic place. I think this one is not so strong. It's only strong like if you would go for a world conquest or so, where you need a lot of maneuvers, but you can't use all your maneuvers because you're limited by the infamy unless you are going for some kind of a world conquest trip where you don't. Okay. A bookkeeper in the government administration employed by the anti-British League is under investigation. Yeah, I am just gonna pick that one, I think. Yeah, let's try to assimilate some Azerbaijani. Azerbaijanis are Muslims, so we would like to get them assimilated if we can. So they start believing in our God instead. I kind of liked more the one we have there. The one we have now gives 5% buff rate, and this one would get supported. It gives like 5% more workers. But I don't want to eat minus 3% interest approval of the armed forces. So let's go with that one. How's the war going? It's not going so good. Maybe it's because No? Why is that not going so good? That's weird, it's not going so good. Maybe let's mobilize a larger force then. Here we are failing the landings. It's a little bit surprising. Now it looks like we are having better luck with our leader did a surprise maneuver and it looks like we're winning this battle. Follow this one. New naval landing battle started. He made a blunder. They made a blunder, so and we made a careful maneuver, so it's going good. We secured some logistics at the beachhead. It's weird that this one is called Gaza also. There is also something called Gaza in Israel, where they are fighting. If you're watching this far in the future, there is fighting between Israel and Hamas, who is the leading party in Gaza. Okay, how's next battle going? Yeah, they are being dug in, but we have a little bit more offense than they have defense. Yeah, looks like this army will do it, despite only have 24 against 30. But I guess we have newer equipment. They are still fighting with kind of spears and shield, I think. Yeah, they don't have much soldiers left now. They have started to give up. So there we took it. Looks like here is also some places where we can colonize now. So maybe let's try to take. Maybe OU has a defensive pact with Denmark, the home also. Could be nice, just to get into here to do some colonization of this region of Africa. Britain has already colonized here, which I believe is Kenya, and here in Tanzania we could try to go up towards Tanzania. Here is part here near Zulu but Spain is guaranteeing their independence, and these countries I will try to like get into my sphere peacefully, I think. So let's yeah, we can't do colonization until we have the right law, this colonial exploitation. What about Benin? It's part of Britain. Like historically, Russia and Germany, Prussia and Austria did not try to create so many colonies. Prussia did when they became Germany, but it was a bit later. And I think that was because Britain and France had such a large navy, so they could take the colonies whenever they want. But after the German unifications, the Germans controlled some parts, like I believe these and these and so. And also Belgium had here in Congo. But Austria and Russia didn't have so much. I didn't even have like a colonization law, so they could do it. What can we do? Not much. But I'm happy we have a colony here. So when we can afford it, I should increase the construction sectors. We are taking quinine. That's also something that is needed. To colonize here in Africa. I don't think there is I think this is just a steppe. There is no malaria on the steppe, of course, in Turkmenistan. Let's see if we can do something here. Maybe we can subjugate some members here. Netherlands is in our block, actually. We could subjugate them maybe. Bukhara, let's subjugate them. Let's subjugate... No, Luxembourg is also in our block apparently. They are probably a subject of the Netherlands. Is Kokand in our block? So I'm basically waiting for this. Sorry. Yeah, so we only have labor movement, and then we can go for mutual funds and do more land reforms, which will be good. I'm not using all of this because I need I want to get the colonial exploitation done quicker. It's not going along. It has been at least 10 ticks and nothing happened, but we have got some more chances to pass the reforms at least. Let's look at the market here. If there's anything expensive, yeah. These we have started to improve our railways, so these onions are pretty expensive. We have some onion production in our society. We should probably have one more interest, I think, because we did colonization. So let's go here. Okay, so Pomerania. It used to be part of Prussia, but it's obviously alone now. They want us to invest in it. Yes, maybe we could try to influence the German miners here a bit. What am I doing with all my points? I'm doing some bankrolling. Let's maybe bankroll here. Can I join here maybe? If they want, can they become my subject if they join? It'd be interesting to see. Yeah, they will become my subject if they join. I'm gonna accept that. And I'm gonna send an army here. Should be enough. And this one, no, I'm just gonna go home with the fleet here again. Let's go to St. Petersburg. So we got them we got Transvaal for free here, so we don't have to bankroll them and stuff like that anymore. I think these are all already my subjects, so I can free some points here. Let's do that. Should have done this a long time ago. This is one. So I can start influencing other countries here. In Africa here. It's taking a long time to get the colonial exploitation law. And I want to do some colonization. We don't have any place where we can grow rubber, so we won't be able to improve our tools with the rubber technology. That's a bit annoying. If in some way it would be good to work on Denmark, because if we work on Denmark, then these places here maybe that we could do something here. Yeah, GDP is going good. Okay, so they're going after Zanzibar. Zanzibar was alone. I didn't see that. I think Zanzibar used to be part of Oman, but they must have lost. Oman must have lost Zanzibar. Got some colonial enthusiasts here. So I kind of want to have this one done because soon the mutual funds is done, and then I want to do a land reform to commercial agriculture. Looks like Spain wants to have. Looks like they want to have like an alliance really badly. I should maybe do that. Because they are improving and improving and improving over and over. Is because they're being isolated from my market. It's only because they're being isolated. So I need to take back this port here in Gaza. Can invite someone. Let's see who we can invite. Good, that's nice. It's a low success chance, unfortunately. After we've done that, we can improve our construction. There is like next construction technology is here. Let's do that one. Then we have to look at what what is needed. I think steel is needed and glass is needed for next level, and explosive also. I think it's those three we need to. Okay, so we got the colonial exploitation. That's perfect. That means that we should now be able to do some colonies. We're going to colonize these steps here. And once this is done, we should be able to do some colonization there as well. What more law can we change? Nothing here. Could do some health system here. This would be good. Let's do that. Do you want this one? We have a lot of bureaucracy that we can invest in our health system. National militia, what do I have? And not many want. That's actually no one wants to get that currently.
Nice. Only 14% chance and we still got it. That's good stuff. No, what's happening here? Why am I... why am I... I must have pressed the wrong button. I don't want to damage relations with them. That's awful. Let's improve with them. I must have pressed the wrong button. Yeah, we are still not so literate, but it should be increasing because of our schooling campaigns. Let's see what literacy. Literacy, the percent of individuals in a pub who can read and write. Certain profession demands higher literacy. You can invest in education in order to develop higher literacy over time. Yeah. That's what we're doing. Can invite someone. It's Kundu still. It didn't improve a lot. Can decrease the time here and here. But we can't. We have a decision here. Yeah, I can do an expedition to find the source of the Nile now. But I used to be very unlucky with the expedition, so I'm not going to do that, I think. Let's see what more things can we have here. We have a national... Let's pin this one also. We have a national agenda to make the Trans-Siberian Railway. This could be a project that we could try to invest in. Which means that... needs to have a railway. The problem was that this place, it's known as Primoire. We were going to take this one. We had like occupied it and everything, and then the Queen got like a rebellion here, so we didn't get it because of a rebellion bug. So we have to go to war against King again when there is an opportunity. So Finland still wants to increase agriculture. Why? It's weird, they are like going down still. We have had a lot of good luck with the health insurance. Like, I know I don't have any infamy, I could start a war or so, but I don't really feel like that. Well, I'm probably going to do my reforms here and then take a break after that. I think we have enough territory that we can we used to improve our economy. That should be fine. good luck. Got the private health system at once here. So let's. Oh, Queen and French is fighting the Britain. That's perfect for us. We need to use that one. I'm just gonna improve the health system a bit here. So let's see, what are they fighting over? They are France. France started it. They want to transfer Bali and liberate some people and get independence for Van Diemen's Land and liberate Cornwall. And they want to humiliate France and conquer the West Indies. That would be fun to follow that war. I think this time is a good time to take a break. Next time we are going to see if we can use that war to our advantage and also work on implementing the commercialized agriculture law. And we have great GDP growth. Literacy is going up a lot, as you can see, because of the school reforms. Standard of living is going up, population is going up. We got more radicals when we took Gaza. But as you can see here, it's only those countries that we have taken, like Amur, and people that are being discriminated, like that we have in most of our country. We have good inside of like heartland Russia. We have good loyalists. So I'll call it a day here and see you next video.